Today, we are going to be looking at some more old or nostalgic mobile racing games. Yeah, this is pretty much, I'm just doing the same thing I did the previous times I talk about this stuff, like part 1 and part 2. So, yeah, this is probably going to be the last part for at least a little while, since I don't know if I can find any more older mobile racing games to talk about, really. So, yeah. All right, so without further ado, let's get straight into this one. You know the drill at this point. Let's go. Cyberline Racing was developed by Creative Mobile. It was released on October 31st, 2016, and was last updated on January 13th, 2017. So the game is just pretty much like that Mad Max, like Armageddon type of game, where you race around different cars and install different weapons on them and just fuck each other up pretty much. It even says it in the game's description where you pretty much just shoot other opponents with, their weapons and just explode them and just, yeah, there's a lot of ways to body someone, and there's a lot of weapons in this game too. Plus, you can tune and upgrade your car to make it more deadlier and faster and just generally more powerful, becoming even bigger, more of a menace. So overall, I never actually played this game, though I did kind of hear about it once. I did once research a video, the same video about other lost mobile racing games, or at least old nostalgic ones, and I did come across this game, though I didn't mention it though. This does seem pretty cool though, and I kind of really want to check it out, if it's still even on the App Store anyway, or at least Google Play Store. Apparently it's on PC though, since I have a shitty HP Chromebook laptop. I don't know if it's going to be able to run it, which sucks because I really want to try it out. Maybe eventually though. But anyways, yeah, this game does seem pretty cool, and the graphics aren't too bad either. They're pretty okay. And I honestly really like the designs of the cars themselves. They may be simple, but they're still pretty cool in my opinion. I'm just kind of the car guy. So overall, this game does seem pretty cool, and I kind of recommend you check it out. I mean, at least for me anyway. I don't know. Crazy Taxi City Rush was developed by Sega, the same people who, of course, created the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise and are also responsible for the Crazy Taxi series. It was released on April 8th, 2014, and was last updated on May 27th, 2020, so this game lasted for quite a while. And this game, you do pretty much the standard stuff that you do in Crazy Taxi. You send people around and just fucking crazy burnout ass style gameplay where you just destroy everyone else around you while trying to get the passenger to their certain location that they need to go to. So yeah, I say overall, I absolutely love this game. I remember playing it a lot back in the day and using the kind of open wheel car like you would. That was my favorite kind of car to use in the game. So overall, this game is really nostalgic for me, hence its inclusion in this kind of mini series. So yeah, this game is pretty cool, it's pretty fun, and the soundtrack overall is fucking banging. Yeah, check this game out. It's really good and it's really amazing. Hez Racer is a game where you race as Hez toys. Remember Hez, right? My grandma used to always give them out to me for like Christmas and stuff. Those were the good old days. But anyways, in this game, you get to drive different Hez cars and trucks, and you can choose a different location you want to drive in, and there you go. You pretty much have to do that. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the game. You just race around in these different, like, endless runner type of game where you swipe to side to see you go from left to right. But yeah, this is just a game I found randomly while making this video, and I kind of thought it was pretty interesting since I have never heard of Hez actually making a straight up game before. I only knew them for their actual toy making and trucks and stuff, and actually playing with the toys themselves. So yeah, this was a fairly cool find in my opinion. So I don't think this game is really available that much anymore. I tried downloading a version of the game on my Android phone, but the game itself would just crash. So unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to see this game ever again. I don't know. Or hey, maybe it does work on your device. I don't know. Yeah. Stock Car Racing was developed by Minicades Mobile. It was released on May 31st, 2013, and it was actually last updated on April 4th of this year, 2025. So it's still getting updated to this day, although it is kind of infrequent now since it's been April since it's been last updated, but still, they really care about this game. But anyway, stock car racing is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You race around different NASCAR style tracks in these, well, stock cars, the same ones that NASCAR use. But the difference is you can actually use a whole bunch of different types of stock cars from different eras of NASCAR, at least different types of sports anyways that use stock cars pretty much. And yeah, you could pretty much drive around different oval style tracks. There are different race modes with different classes for each car, and even customize your car with paint and your custom number. So yeah, I remember playing this game only quite a bit when I was younger, though I did still think it was kind of cool, though it wasn't really my thing. Now, I do like NASCAR, but yeah, this game was just kind of okay, kind of just there. Not great, not amazing, or not terrible either. It's just, yeah, it's fine. It's just there. But still, to anyone who likes this game, it's good for you. It's pretty good and fairly nostalgic for me. Splash Cars was developed by Crane Balls SRO. It was released on November 17th, 2015, and was last updated on April 19th, 2017. So this game is just pretty much you just racing around in a different car as you color the map or world that you're in. And yeah, you can also earn way more cars, you can customize them, and even energize them or just simply upgrade them, and even get power-ups too. And yeah, there's just a lot of ways you can paint the world and stuff, and yeah, add more color to the otherwise lifeless map. But overall, I actually really liked this game. I remember playing it quite a bit when I was younger. I honestly thought it was fairly creative. You know, just a game where you race around in a car while you paint the world. And yeah, and I also apparently know there's a multiplayer, though I don't know if that still works since it's been a long time since this game was updated, and it's been around for quite a while, since 2015. But yeah, if you still can, I highly recommend you check this game out. It's pretty cool. Garfield Kart Fast and Fury was developed by Microids. It was released on October 18th, 2014, and was last updated on November 13th, 2015. So this specific version of Garfield Kart didn't really last long. Although there are other different versions, like the console version and the sequel to the console version. But this is just the version I grew up with on mobile. Yeah, this game is pretty there. I mean, it's Mario Kart, but with Garfield characters. It's more specifically based on the Garfield show from back in the day, at least back in the early 2010s. I don't know when last release was. I think it released back in 2008, I think. It was last for a long time. But yeah, anyways, this game is still fairly nostalgic for me. I really like this one. Although it is kind of goofy, still have a lot of fond memories of playing this game. So, overall, those are all the games I really wanted to talk about today. I know this was a shorter video, but, as I said, I couldn't really find any others I really was interested in that I really want to talk about. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.